Okay, so welcome everyone to the Flexi webinar True Shape Nesting in Flexi19. I am Jasper Lauwens. I am Software Application Specialist EMEA for SAi International, based in Zaventem, Belgium. Thank you all for joining. So today we have a smaller webinar as we've just focused on the True Shape Nest tool in the Flexi Designer. What is a True Shape Nest feature in Flexi? It's only in the Flexi Designer still. The tool, it's very easy in use, and it will save up to 30–40% of media if you use it correct, of course. That's what I want to show today. If you use a tool correctly at the when the file is perfect balanced for the True Shape Nest, then we can save up to 30–40% of media. All right, so I will open the software. Okay, everyone can see my Flexi Designer screen. Okay, so in this case, first of all, I will show a quick example how the True Shape Nest works with a very basic file. So I'll import the file imports, and we will use the Merry Christmas deer. I'll unmask everything. Okay, so we have the deer. I want to make it purple with the company colors of SAi International, of course. So I'll import my SAi logo and mask. Okay, I press D, the shortcut D from Denmark, to select the colors I want to replace. So I want to replace this dark color to the purple one, like so. And let's see what this fill is. I want to make this white. Voila. Okay. I'll group all my elements with Ctrl G, and I will add a contour cut around my design, of course. So effect, contour cut. And we'll see in the Design Central, of course, we have the options for the contour cut. You can use the offset of the contour cut, the distance you can set in the Design Central, or you can drag it visually. You can drag this drag point closer or more further from the design, like so. So I like this visual distance between my design and the cut contour, so I hit apply. Okay. In my example, I'll change my artboard to 150 centimeters by 150 centimeters, and my sticker needs to be 50 centimeters. Okay. So if I now make copies with the step and repeat tool, so arrange step and repeat, and I try to fill the whole artboard with my deer stickers, I can fit only 9 without spacing in between. So if I have, if I want 12 copies, that's not possible in my artboard. Okay. So we have 9, and of course, without spacing in between. If we add extra spacing, we will go out of the boundaries of the artboard. I press OK. I'll just drag a square to show you. Okay. So we have 9 copies in an artboard of 1.50 by 1.50. Okay. What if we now use the true shape nest tool? Okay. I'm gonna set the copies on top. 9 copies. If we use the true shape nest tool, so we go to arrange, true shape nest, the design central will pop up the options of the true shape nesting. So you will have to indicate what the size of the true shape nest field will be. So in this case, I use 150 by 150. In the third field, you will have the space between objects, so the space between your copies. So I leave this at 0.2 centimeters, so it's 2 millimeters. The step angle of my true shape nest is the angle what the software will use to make the rotation of the copies. By default, this is 15 degrees, so the software will true shape nest in steps of 15 degrees. If you make the step angle smaller to, for example, 10 degrees or 5 degrees, that's also possible, but it will take a bit longer to generate true shape nest. So by default, I keep the 15 degrees step angle. Of course, I want to set my number of copies already. So let's say we start with 9 as the one we tried before with the step and repeat. And of course, the orientation of the true shape nesting is now positioned from bottom to top. So in this case, we will start nesting the files from the bottom of the artboard to the top of the artboard. If you want to change the workflow and change the orientation from left to right, that's also possible. In this case, it will not have any effect. Then it will start calculating the true shape nest from the left side of the artboard to the right side. So effect arrange true shape nests. Okay, we make 9 copies and we can already press redraw. This will mean you will see a preview of the nesting. So you don't have to apply the nesting already. You can simply click redraw. Okay, like so. And what we see already is, wow, with 2 millimeter spacing, we already have some space left for more copies. So I press 11 copies, for example, redraw. Still some spacing left. 13, for example. Good, looks good. 14. And what we see is it will add an extra artboard of 150 by 50 by 150 on the top. So that means 14 is too much. So we keep it on 13, redraw it, and press apply, like so. And what we see is we can fit 13 examples in the same media size that we used with the step and repeat without the true shape nesting. That means we can add 4 more copies of the same size in with the true shape nesting tool. Okay. If you make the percentage 4 out of 13, that means 31%. So with the true shape nest tool, we can add 31% more copies of this sticker in my artboard, which is nice, of course. Of course, if it depends if the customer does want to use this step angle, then we can get the result of 30%. If the customer only wants to have the stickers be printed all in the same orientation, okay, then we have 9 copies in one artboard. Is this a bit clear to everyone? So I have a question from Rahul. What format should the design be? Can it be Jpeg or PNG, or should it be a vector file? Okay, I will show Rahul. Rahul, I will show you another example with a Jpeg file. So Frederick 4 is even almost 50% of 9. Yes, but I make the percentage out of 4 out of 13, as 13 is the maximum. As maximum coverage. Okay, for Rahul, I will show another type of file. So I use an EPS file right now, but if you have, I'll make a new file. I'll import a file and let me look for a JPEG file. Like this, for example. So I have a bitmap JPEG file, like so. Okay, and if we add a cut contour with effects contour cut, you'll see the contour cut is not around the image. So it will go around the complete media box of the JPEG file. How can we make the cut contour go around the legs and the socks? We can go to bitmap, make transparent. I click on the white background of the file, hit apply to make it transparent, like so, and then go to effects, contour cut, and it will add the contour cut around my image. Press apply. What can we do next is go to arrange, through shape nests. Let's make some copies. For example, 5, redraw. And this is not the result I want. Through shape nests. Make some copies. Separate contour cuts. Let's see. I'll try it again. So bitmap, make transparent. Okay. Effects, contour cut. Okay. Make copies first. And then step and repeat through shape nests. Like so. Then it should work. No, still not the true shape nest I want. Okay, this is something I have to check later on. But it should make the true shape nest with this file as well. See if I make some with this new file. Okay. like so. No. No, it still doesn't work with this file. I'll have to check it later, but it should work with a bitmap file as well. Okay, Raul? Okay. Okay, thanks, Raul. Yes, if you can check it with your version, and let's see if I'm doing something wrong, or normally it should nest the should nest the legs into each other, but I don't know why it doesn't work now, but I'll figure it out later on. Okay, so I showed you how to what the TrueShade nest does, how it will save media in the same artboard size. What you can also make like sticker sheets. So if you add a extra contour around this area, so I have a contour cut already. I'm gonna make a contour cut of my artboard size. So I go to arrange, contour cut, make contour cut. And in the stroke editor, I'll change the stroke spot color to cut contour 1. I'll position the contour cut around my TrueShade nest result. I can make it smaller, for example, if I group it like so. And then I can make sticker sheets. So if I go to arrange, stamp and repeat, for example, like so, without spacing, of course, and hit apply. It will take some time. Then we have created sticker sheets, of course. If we send this to our printer, we'll see we have 2 cut contours. So we have the cut contour for the kiss cut, for example, and we can always change the cut contour 1, the cut contour of the cut contour of the artboard, of course. We can change it to flex cut or perforated cut, for example. If we select eliminate line segment overlap, this will mean it will cut only once on the overlapping lines for the artboards. In this case, that means if we send this to the cutter, it will cut only once on the lines which separates the copies from each other. So this is very nice to make sticker sheets, of course. All right, I have a question from Rahul. Can TrueShade Nest work with different vector files on the artboard instead of same design repeating? Yes, that's the next example I want to show. So I will open a file with different types of vectors, like so. So I have an artboard of 155 by 200, and I have already different vector files with different sizes and shapes, and they all have already a cut contour, of course. Make sure, this is the most important step, that all the vectors are grouped with the cut contour. So all the logos in this case are grouped with the cut contour. Why? If it's not grouped together and you make the true shape nest, the cut contour will also be nested somewhere, not in the perfect spot, of course. So Raul, is this something which is interesting for you? Okay, perfect. So I did a manual nesting here. I just set the vectors manually, and then I'll cover a height of 172 centimeters. So I'll put the 172 here, like so, 172 centimeters. Okay, I'll copy the logos, and I'll go to Arrange, True Shape Nest. I'll use the same media width, which is 155, and the same height, 200 centimeters. 15 degrees a step angle with a space between objects of 2 millimeters. One copy is enough. Of course, the orientation from bottom to top. Let's click Redraw. Okay, in the bottom left corner, you'll see the process. Okay, we hit Apply. Voila. And what we see is it's perfectly true shape nested in the width we decided. So we decided 155, and it's true shape nest to 154.78. And we have a media height of 114 centimeters. So 114 centimeters. That means we saved. Let's calculate quickly. 55. 58. That was difficult. 58 centimeters we saved. This is also a percentage of 31%. So see how quickly we can true shape nest print and cut files. If we now select everything, go to rip and print, we have a perfect example to send to the printer with already the cut contour around it. Okay. Are there any questions regarding this use of the true shape nesting? I know for a lot of attendees, this is not really new, but I think for some, this it's a good exercise to check it again.